People who were born deaf but gained hearing later in life, what objects did you expect to make noise? My cousin was born deaf and went through an operation to recover part of his hearing when he was 12. He sometimes uses hearing aids but can get by without them in general. His family had a bunny, Tupu. Of course he had learned about cows mooing, cats meowing etc. before he had his surgery. He was very shocked when he came home and greeted his bunny that it made no sound. It took the longest time for him to understand that bunnies are pretty quiet animals in general. He explained he thought all pets were loud. Honestly, I'm hearing and have a hard time with the sounds of rodents and lagomorphs. They're usually not audible to us when they make noise because it's so high-pitched. When I can hear them, it's so high that it just doesn't quite sound real. Exceptions for things like guinea pigs that weak in a pretty noticeable way. My old roommate in NYC got implants at I think he was 25 or 26. He was shocked that the radiators in the house didn't make noise, he could feel them, and was absolutely sure, given their shaking and vibrating from time to time, that they were going to be quite noisy. On the flip side, he was deeply annoyed by the buzz of fluorescent lighting, which he did not expect to make noise. This and old CRT TVs. I have really good high-range hearing, and the old CRTs straight up hurt my ears. Well, after the cochlear implant, I started hearing a lot of things that I never knew existed. But here are a few things I thought would make a noise, but nope. Edit to clarify this. I expected the light bulbs to hiss or flickering sound when you turn them on. I was so disappointed. I thought you could hear your eyes close, blink, but there is no sound when you close your eyelids. No whoosh. You know how wind makes a noise going through trees? I thought it would make more noises going through hair. Nope. Now I could hear soft sounds, but I still get spooked when I see a bug crawling, and I don't hear it. They don't make a noise. At all. Pooping does not make a sound, only the splash into the toilet. I thought the body makes a noise to push it out. I was disappointed. Someone who answered the question the right way around, haha. Also something semi-related to one of them, I remember someone once saying when they were a kid, lying in bed, they kept hearing this sort of scraping sound, but when they sat up it stopped. They were really freaked out thinking it was some monster somewhere. Turned out it was her eyelashes brushing against her pillow every time she blinked. When I was a kid I woke up one summer in the middle of the night and heard what I thought for sure was someone using my hula hoop in the backyard. It went on and on and on, I couldn't believe it. Then I realized it was my dad snoring down the hall in his bedroom. Got waterproof hearing aids. Taking a shower scared the everlasting Christ out of me. Edit, I have a cochlear implant on one side, hearing aid on the other. I don't use waterproof unless I go swimming. One time, after swimming, I decided to keep them on when I was showering, and I got shivers down my spine. I take my hearing aids out before turning the water on, and when I'm blow drying my hair, those sounds make my skin crawl. Deafness seems strange to me. I mean, all sound really is vibrations, so deaf people can't hear the water in a shower just beating against their skull. The vibrations don't affect your ear? Is what you're hearing with implants/aids the same as what I'm hearing unaided, or is there a difference? It depends. Many things can cause deafness. Eardrum damage means you may be unable to pick up vibration through your ears. Nerve damage or cochlear damage means the ears do pick up vibration through the eardrums, but these are not transmitted to the brain through the cochlear. I suffer from osteosclerosis, so although my eardrum and cochlear are fine, the ligaments and bones connecting them aren't moving freely, so the eardrum's vibration is not being transmitted to the cochlear. I wasn't born deaf but went deaf due to illness probably around the age of 4 months. Got my hearing back around 8 years old through surgery. I used to think traffic lights made noise. Street signs, too. Like when a stop sign has a blinking light for added visibility. I think that's actually where I got the idea in my head. They're trying to get your attention, right? So of course they must put sirens in all the traffic lights. My mom says I used to hold my ears when we'd drive through an intersection, though I don't remember that part. My daughter suffered from recurring ear infections, that went on for over a year, before I could get the doctors to push for tubes in her ears. I felt that she was either unable to hear or that it was very muffled. The doctor that placed the tubes confirmed my suspicions in stating that she most likely heard noise as though she was underwater. I cannot attest to what exactly she expected to make noise, but I still tear up when I think about her face as she re-explored the entire house with renewed fascination. I can, however, give my subjective opinion based on her facial expressions. The thing that sticks out the most is the refrigerator. She was in awe over the humming noise that it makes, a noise that we often tune out because we are so accustomed to it. As she focused on that appliance for a bit, she made her way around to everything else that was large and stood in front of it, as if she was expecting everything to have its own secret noise. I can't say for sure, but the amount of time that she stayed with her face pressed up against the inactive washing machine and dryer, leads me to believe with almost certainty, that she was expecting those to hum and were as well. At her age, you wouldn't expect her to make a correlation between similarly sized appliances, but I'll be damned if it didn't appear that way.